Last episode, we fought through injuries to get ourselves some good results, and now with the squad up and running, we start our Champions League campaign. Hey, welcome back. Respect the Jeff here with episode 3 in this Chelsea career. We are still technically undefeated this season, so we're doing a pretty good job so far. In this episode, we take on the Champions League, CSKA Moscow up first. But before that, it's time for the career event of this episode. Unfortunately, that means we lose our best player. Conte is out for 10 days. He's been exposed to the coronavirus and has to self-quarantine for those 10 days. So that'll give us 3 matches without our star man in midfield. It'll be difficult for sure, but we have the squad depth to deal with it. So let's take a quick look at how we'll line up with him out. I think we're going to stick with this 3-5-2. It's been working for the time being. Reece James on the right, a little more defensive. Pulisic on the left. It is a risk we take not really having a fullback on that side, but it's panned out for us so far, so we'll see. With the absence of Conte, I think Jorginho is going to get his chance to shine here. He hasn't played really at all this season, so this is his chance if he wants to impress us and get a spot in the team. In the meantime, we take on a press conference here, and I think our goal is definitely to at least go through to the knockout rounds of the Champions League. I think we have the quality in our group is not that hard. And guys, before we get into this game, do me a favor if you've been enjoying this series and you're not subscribed already, please consider doing so. I'm trying my best to reach 10,000 by the end of this year, and it is going to be hard, so I'll need your support for that. But with that said, let's get our first game in the Champions League underway. Alright, a huge occasion here as we line up for our first Champions League match of the season, and like I said earlier, we are gunning to go through to the knockout rounds and really make a solid run here, so every game's going to count in the group stages. We're taking nothing for granted. Also, a quick note here, I still am undecided about what camera angle to use. I really like the way this broadcast view looks, but I did put out a poll and most of you guys preferred the default, although it is fairly split. So I'm rolling on with it for this one. I might switch it up between games here, so just keep an eye out for that. And let me know in the comments again what you like best and what you'd like to see going forwards. Tammy Abraham here linking up nicely with Timo Werner. Ball over the top. Abraham looking to cross it back across the face. A goal, and Mason Mount almost getting on the end of it. The play continues, but we can't get off the rebound there. Really good opening exchange there from some of our forwards. Hakim Ziyech over the top for Pulisic. Good footwork, picks out Mason Mount. Running into the box now, and the pass goes missing as the CSKA Moscow backline holds steady. Getting forwards of their own now. Reece James unable to close down top of the box, and he's coming forwards now. Jorginho gets stuck in, and he does give away a foul right at the edge of the area. Thought that was a penalty for a minute, but it is a free kick from an incredibly dangerous position here, and it's curled towards goal, and how about that to keep it out? Edward Mendy stands strong, and Ziyech boots that one into the stands to keep it safe. A little bit of pressure here building from the opposition, though, in the box again. Azpilicueta there to cover, and the captain drives his man out wide. Such a fantastic 1v1 defender. Still gets on the end of it anyways. It's out for a throw-in, and we do come away with possession here. Christensen. Oh, that's a terrible touch. Gives it straight back away. Ball over the top, and a chance to get a ball in. Fernandez, and our captain once again just heading it away. That is a huge mistake from Christensen, who is trying to establish himself here if he wants any chance at minutes this season, and it's not been a good start from him so far. Ziyech plays it through, though, for Werner. Quick feet. What can he do here? Not too many options ahead of him. Finds Mason Mount, top of the box, lays it back off. The interchange between the two is smooth, but he can't get that final pass off. Overplaying slightly, just maybe, but we are looking pretty sharp up top. Just have to get that final shot off, although a ball in our box now, and Moscow finds the back of the net, 1-0, and Chelsea find themselves down just like that. Think a bit of miscommunication between our center backs, maybe Zuma and Christensen, just not sure who to pick up. You see Zuma peel off a little bit there. Man continues to run into the box, and that is an easy finish. Moscow have been surprisingly good here, a lot of possession, and we are kind of caught on the back foot here. Vlasic now in the box, and Mendy prevents it from being a second. Well, that surely should have been another goal, and we are left reeling here defensively, really unstable. And we got to get a goal of our own, get ourselves back into this game. Timo Werner, we definitely look to maybe have a goal in us here. Slides through Mason Mount, one-on-one with the keeper, and it's saved. Well, that was our chance. Mason Mount blasts it towards goal, and just not far enough in the corner. Solid save from the keeper in the end. Ball over the top again. Moscow looking really deadly here, and a free kick is given away just to clip the man back. Headed away now. Werner. Mason Mount. Abraham. Can he pick out the pass? Ziyech. And he tries to pick through Werner again. Good touch. And an even better one to keep it away from his man. Slides it through. It's Pulisic, the American, cutting inside, and he looks to have a go on his preferred right foot. Can't quite get the shot off, but that is much, much better from Chelsea. Looking good on the counterattack. We just have to do better to capitalize on those chances. Pulisic, again, taking it out wide, quick feet. And back inside now, Mason Mount has a go, deflected. Werner there to clean it up, and it's in the back of the net, 1-1. Not the prettiest goal you'll see, but it is a goal that counts massively to turn the tide of this game. Werner, right place, right time as always, and he just continues his outrageous record of scoring for us so far this season. You wouldn't expect him to be up there for the header, but he was, and we take it to halftime with the scoreline level once again. Despite, if I'm perfectly honest here, being outplayed for large stretches of that first half. But anything can happen here, and we gave the team a nice halftime talk. Let's see if we can come out there with a little bit more energy this time around. Pulisic now plays through Werner, using his pace to get in through, makes it look easy. And he's looking to have a shot here, tests the keeper, and another shot blocked by the center back off the bounce. Werner looking really threatening here in this second half, looking desperate to get himself a second goal. Well defended there. And now Kai Havertz, who came on as a substitute, looking to impose himself on this second half here. Havertz charging forward, just gliding with the ball. Can he pick out a pass? Cutting it back. Werner with the header, and it's in the top corner. Well, that's two with his head tonight, and this one was even more outstanding. Perfectly placed. I didn't even think that had a chance of going in. But you really got to give credit to Kai Havertz. Puts that on a plate for him. He didn't even have to move or duck at all. Just put his head down a little bit and sent a rocket into the top corner. And just like that, we are up once again. Azpilicueta, Christensen playing out from the back. Pulisic. And Mason Mount now spreads it wide. Pulisic again with the ball, seeing a lot of possession here, and he lays it off. Werner, top of the box, looking to make something happen, and it's Tammy Abraham, saved by the keeper. Another great opportunity gone missing for Chelsea, and we are totally swinging the tide of this match here. Although it is still only a one-goal game there, and Azpilicueta gets a crucial foot to that. Easily could have been another goal. This game been end-to-end so far, really could go either way. And Werner now, tight footwork, picks out Havertz on the wing, really enjoying himself in this game. And Havertz cutting it back, Hudson-Odoi top of the box, opening up for a shot. And still twisting and turning, can't quite get it off. Tricky footwork from the substitute coming on here and looking to impose himself on the game. Hudson-Odoi flicks it through. Werner, it's a third, but I think, yeah, he is just offsides. Well, what a great goal that would have been, but he was significantly off, I think, after looking at that again. Werner out wide, Hudson-Odoi taking his man on. Can't quite find the angle here. Good footwork to get around a second man and keep a hold of possession here. Reece James playing it through. Kovacic, ball given away. Not a lot of time left, though, and we're pinning them back in their own area. And just like that, the whistle blows. Well, a bit of a nervy game, but we do see it out for 3 points again, and our undefeated streak remains intact this season, and especially when it counts in the Champions League. 3 points in our group. Now we can take this form and a bit of momentum going into our next couple of games. All right, well, in our next match, it's Wolves. And taking a quick look at the calendar here, N'Golo Kanté still out for another handful of days after this, so he'll miss the Wolves match and our cup game against West Brom, but he will be back for our game against Manchester United away in the league when probably we need him the most, so we got to make do until then. It's Kovacic and Jorginho in the center of the pitch to fill in. Rest of the squad mostly unchanged, and Wolves will not be an easy matchup, so we take our good form into that game, and let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Back in front of the home fans, at least this time around, and looking for another good result. Take ourselves a little bit higher up the table. Like I said earlier, top 4 is pretty non-negotiable for us this season. We have to do everything we can to secure at least a Champions League spot, if not better. I think we have the quality to do it. Trying a new camera angle again with the tele broadcast. Let's see if this does the trick any better for you all. Although I still am feeling kind of attached to the broadcast camera angle. It just feels so true to life. Pulisic, though, with a good chance here, lofting it up. Kai Havertz, Kovacic, down for Werner, and another overhead kick, 2 in a row from Werner and Havertz, the second offsides, saved by the keeper anyways, but a pair of fantastic opportunities right at the beginning of this game. Ziyech plays through the early ball, Werner running onto it, but it is out wide now. Dendoncker out covering, and he's still going. Havertz rolling his man, top of the box. Kovacic has a shot blocked by Patricio and out, and we continue our pressure here. Kai Havertz, Werner through for Pulisic, rolling it back. all the time in the world, and it's off the post. That was a fantastic effort, and we still have nothing to show for it. Havertz rolling it through. Werner again blocked by the center back. Well, it's been all Chelsea out here, and the scoreline still level. Ball over the top against the run of play here. It's Podence running onto it. Zuma out there to cover. Good footwork. And Jimenez straight into Rudiger, and it's seen away. Wolves with one of the better opportunities of this game against the run of play here. Jimenez looking to sneak another ball through, and we just get that away again. Tide's starting to turn a little bit here. Can we hit on the counter-attack? That's the question. Kai Havertz, Kovacic, and it's through for Pulisic in space again. Taking his man on, cutting inside, great footwork, picks out Havertz, who lays it through. Kovacic, beautiful goal from Chelsea. Well, from one end to the other, we send it back in their direction, and it is a beautifully worked piece of link-up play between all of our forwards. It's all down to Pulisic cutting inside there. Very, very clever pass from Havertz, who is still leading our assists in the team by a landslide this season. Such a talented player. Outside now, Ziyech cutting inside, fantastic challenge from Johnny. And now Wolves spring in our direction. We got to slow this play down just before halftime and maintain our 1-goal lead. And we just do, driving them back here. Second half, Wolves starting on the front foot here. Jimenez in the box again. Rudiger covering 1v1. Lays it off, though. Fantastic chance for Neves. Azpilicueta flying in with a last-ditch challenge to keep that one out. Quick look at the replay. Absolutely outstanding from the captain. But Wolves still really looking sharp here and looking to get the scorelines back level again. This time a foul given away by Azpilicueta, doing everything he can to keep these chances out. We'll see if it's enough come the end of this match here. Headed away, Pulisic now from the corner. Not a lot of options ahead of him, but he does manage to lay it off for Timo Werner, who plays it through again for Ben Chilwell on the far side. Now can someone make a run in the box? No one available. Cutting it back. Lays it off. Werner in the box, twisting and turning, can't quite get the shot off, but he's still going, cutting inside, and has a shot blocked by the center back. Maybe overcomplicating things, but he is full of form. Ben Chilwell this time laying it across the face of goal, and Kai Havertz twice in a row, and a third time denied. Still unable to get a second goal. 15 minutes left in the match. We still have our 1-goal lead intact here. Adama Traore from the wing whips a powerful cross in, and it's booted back away by our defense. Wolves asking a lot of questions here, but haven't been able to get the goal from it. And it's headed down now, barely any time left. Surely we'll see this one out, Ben Chilwell. And we do! The whistle blows. It's a close call, but again, 3 points for this team. We're really able to see these games out. Fantastic performance once again. Sharp up top offensively, and we keep the clean sheet defensively. Really good stuff. Alright, well, some unfortunate news after that big win here. Fikayo Tomori has not been happy. We haven't played him much at all this season, but he is definitely more of a reserve type of player, so he says he's unhappy with his contract running down at the end of this season and may want to move on, and then only 1 day later comes back and says that we haven't done enough with his contract, but it's nothing he even asked about in the first place. Maybe a little bit of a glitch in the game here, so I try to go take care of things, delegate the renewal, but it says he put in a transfer request, so it looks like he will be leaving probably in the next window. As a last-ditch effort, I'm going to try to play him in this cup game, see if I can get him some minutes. It's unfortunate because I was planning on doing that anyways, so he and Billy Gilmore both get into the starting 11. Let's see if either one of them can impress. We can turn things around. Definitely got to at least keep Gilmore happy because he's our other star for the future. So this is the lineup, a decent amount of rotation. And next up, we take on West Brom. Alright, here we go. Our first cup game in the EFL Cup. We take on West Brom. Not the strongest side around, but we've rotated a lot. We got some new fresh faces in the squad, notably Giroud up top, who hasn't played a minute for us this season until just now. Let's see what he can do. We've also got Tomori, obviously, in the back line, Gilmore in midfield, and a couple others rotated around. Some faces like Mason Mount, who've gotten decent minutes this season, but not necessarily been starters. They'll be looking to impress. Tomori doing well to play out from the back there, finds Ziyech, who picks out Mount in the middle. Runners ahead of him. Giroud doesn't have the pace to get in behind, so we opt to recycle. And it's James out wide now. Ziyech again cutting inside on his favorite left foot, looking for the head of Giroud. Can't quite pick the pass out, but it's some good opening stuff here. Loftus-Cheek, another one getting minutes here today. Hasn't played too much this season, but a real star in the making, charging into the box, and it's headed away there by the West Brom defender. Really well done, and they are clinging on here at this point. Thrown in here. And Mason Mount taking it forward. Giroud running ahead of him. Not the quickest, but he uses his strength to hold off his man, and it is Ziyech. He passes it off, and it's fired into the back of the net by our winger. And I think maybe his first goal of the season. I can't remember if he scored it all in preseason. Ziyech is such a fantastic talent, though. Hasn't been great numbers-wise yet this season, but definitely a big influence on matches. We play that ball through Hudson-Odoi, staying on it. Huge mistake in the back line by the West Brom defender, and we capitalize for a second. Well, West Brom have been very, very poor out here tonight, and that just sums everything up for them. Absolute chaos at the back. That's one of the ugliest goals you will ever see. Absolutely gifted to Callum Hudson-Odoi. I mean, fair play for him for staying in the running and pressing high, but that is a defensive error. Hudson-Odoi, though, showing what he can do here with some great skill moves, taking on a second man, and he's still going. Can he put a cross in? Blocked off the defense, and he just keeps going, still has possession. West Brom really not doing a good job closing down their men here. Ball given away eventually, though, trying to find the feet of Billy Gilmore up top. West Brom heading in our direction now, blocked. And a last-ditch effort, again, good defending by Tomori. The shot eventually ends up in the hands of Mendy, and it's subs coming on now. Marcus Alonso gets his debut appearance of the season, as well as Tammy Abraham still gunning for more goals up top. And speak of that, laid off by Mason Mount now, and Abraham finishes. Absolutely outstanding strike from the striker, who's in top form right now. He just can't be stopped. He and Timo Werner both really showing what they can do this season. Ball over the top here, looking for Chelsea Loney. Conor Gallagher getting forwards, Mendy out there to catch it, and he is miles offsides regardless. West Brom have been so poor. Conor Gallagher obviously hoping to impress the club when he'll be coming back from loan next season, but he just hasn't been able to make any impact alongside some of the players that they have here. Headed away now, straight at Mendy. Doesn't test him too much, though. The goalkeeper, Hudson-Odoi now, with it out on the wing, cutting inside. Good footwork from him. He's been a big influence on this game, Callum Hudson-Odoi. And he continues to progress the ball forward. Nothing comes of that move, though. West Brom growing into the game just a little bit here. It's our old man from Hull City, Grozicki, who gets it forward. Gallagher on the strike. Really tests Mendy there. He makes a good reaction save to keep it out. And that is game 3-0. We keep a clean sheet, score a fair few in the process, and an absolutely dominant performance from Chelsea once again. West Brom did not look up for it. They're really poor out there. But we'll take what we can get, and we move on to the next round of the EFL Cup. Well, the first offer's already rolling in for Tomori, who has declared he wants to move in the upcoming window. Benfica in first. I'm not going to really entertain any offers until we can see if we can make him happy. He had a very good performance in that last game, unfortunately. He isn't a player that I wanted to get rid of, so this one, like I said earlier, this one hurts. But looking at the Premier League table right now, we got to focus on the games directly in front of us here. We take on Manchester United up next. They sit second. We are fourth, but only on goal difference. 6 games played. We're both on 14 points. That's going to be a huge one coming up next. And then taking a quick look at the players so far, Mendy and Ziyech with the most appearances. Havertz with 8 assists already this season. Absolutely sublime from this player. He's so good. And I expect him to only get better. Very young, obviously. Timo Werner having an outstanding season as well. 10 goals and 11 appearances, and he just keeps racking them up. Obviously didn't feature in that cup game, but I think he scored in pretty much every game leading up until that. Pulisic doing pretty well this season. He's a threat from the wing, but like I said, not good numbers-wise. Him and Ziyech have to do better, especially producing from the wings. Mason Mount actually having a surprisingly good season so far, coming on as a sub a lot of the times, has managed 5 assists, and then obviously Tammy Abraham right behind Werner, and he's got 5 goals. Between the two of them, they're making up a huge chunk of our productivity this season. And actually directly below Abraham, look at that, Conor Gallagher, who we just took on against West Brom. He's on loan with them. He's having an outstanding season. 7 appearances so far, 3 goals to his name. Still so young, so much potential on this guy, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do when he comes back from loan next season. A real talent for the future. Alright, so like I said, Manchester United up next. That will come next episode, guys. Thank you so much, and as always, if you've been enjoying this series, please consider subscribing as I race to 10,000 this year. We'll see if that is possible with all of your support. So I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.